Welcome to SVG-TV's news for Wednesday, December 23rd, 2015. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. Vincentians have yet another locally made product to be proud of as the St. Vincent Cocoa Company launched St. Vincent Chocolate Company and its Vincentian Chocolate Bar at a cocktail held at the Flying Wine Bar last evening. SVG-TV's Nikita Tony was at the event and files this report.
While producing cocoa is the main focus of the St. Vincent Cocoa Company since its establishment over a year ago, the company has made what many may call a significant step in involving the cocoa industry by launching the newly formed subsidiary, the St. Vincent Chocolate Company, and its product, the Vincentian Chocolate. In his remarks at the launching ceremony on Tuesday evening at the Flow Wine Bar, chairman of the company, Harry Marriott, said despite recent criticisms, the St. Vincent Cocoa Company is in excellent health and it has always been the intention of the management to produce chocolates.
Firstly, as a profitable business in its own right. Secondly, to add value. It's vital we're seen to be adding value here in St. Vincent and employing people whenever possible. Thirdly, as a boost to our tourism by producing an international product all Vincentians can be proud of. Fourthly, to raise awareness of what we're trying to do here, which is to establish a viable cocoa industry. Lastly, we all love chocolate.
Speaking of the company's confidence in the blooming cocoa industry, Marriott said that the only major limiting factor is the availability of lands to increase cocoa cultivation.
We're already providing jobs for 60 employees just within our company, and with potentially many more to come. We're operating an extensive nursery and building a cocoa processing plant as we speak. And all this means a very, very large investment. But we have confidence because Lindt and Barry Callebaut, who are by far the biggest chocolate makers in the entire world, have analyzed our cocoa and they absolutely love it.
Taking the opportunity to congratulate the St. Vincent Cocoa Company on its job well done, Minister of Agriculture Roberto Caesar said that this progress is all in the works to building a modern agricultural sector.
Today, we have the workings of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Cocoa Company. They have invested significant sums of monies in terms of pruning the existing cocoa plantations, the rehabilitation of over 600 acres of cocoa. And as noted by the chairman of the board, they intend to continue to purchase lands from the private sector. And I know that there are several workings where they are seeking to obtain lands from different owners. I really want to take this opportunity to wish the company all the very best. It's a proud moment for every single Vincentian, and I'm certain that when we have the opening of the Argyle International Airport, we are going to see the souvenir shops, locally made chocolate bars.
Past member of the Cocoa Company executive also commended the work of the SVCC.
It's absolutely wonderful because we have all of the essential ingredients here in St. Vincent. We have the best cocoa in the world. So I think it's a wonderful next step forward to actually be making our own chocolate, which we can market, and the name St. Vincent and St. Vincent chocolate can be marketed worldwide. When you travel, you read about chocolate made in Grenada, made in Trinidad, but you never see St. Vincent's name on chocolates internationally, and I think it's really exciting to know that one day you're going to buy some Lindt chocolate and it's going to say St. Vincent on it. So I think it's a wonderful evolution of the project, and I'm very proud of the St. Vincent Cocoa Company for making this step forward.
Already producing top quality fine flavored cocoa, the St. Vincent Cocoa Company expects to have the St. Vincent Chocolate Company in full production by the end of the first quarter of 2016. Reporting for SVG-TV News, I am Nikita Tony.
SVG News took the opportunity last evening to speak with some of the persons present at the launch and got their opinion of the newly launched locally produced cocoa and chocolate bar.
Well, I think it is wonderful. In the first place, the finished product is first class. I'm a chocolate lover, and this one appeals very highly to my palate. It's very wonderful. But also the entire venture is worthy of commendation, because I think it's nice that St. Vincent can enter this field of producing world quality. chocolate, and I hope everybody supports it, because it is time that, you know, we look upon ourselves as worthy of being noticed by the outside world by something that we do up to a high standard. And I think the Hadleys and the others are to be commended on this, and we wish them all the best.
It's 72% cocoa, and it's smooth and nice, really very good chocolate. I'm excited that St. Vincent may have its own brand of chocolate. Great to take home to family and friends.
It's different from what we're accustomed to. It's not very sweet. You don't have a lot of sugar or anything. You could tell that it's more closer to dark chocolate than the milk chocolate, but it's something different, and I think Vincentians are going to like it, because I like it and I like chocolate. Yeah, the way I tasted it twice tonight, and I think it's very exotic, it's very rich, and it can be compared to the other higher companies, or the bigger companies like Lindt and Cadbury and everything. I actually prefer it over the Cadbury, and the fact that it's closer to the dark chocolate is very healthy. It's much healthier than the normal milk chocolate, which I think would be a good substitute for persons who looking at their diet or cholesterol.
In other news, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves says the members of his cabinet are getting ready to present their estimates in the House of Assembly. Speaking on a radio program this morning, Dr. Gonsalves said from a personal standpoint, he wanted the leader of the New Democratic Party, the NDP, Arnim Eustace, and his elected members of parliament to continue in their folly of not being sworn in. However, he was pleased from a national standpoint they have changed their stance. Dr. Gonsalves maintains that there is no way that the elections of December 9th could have been stolen. The Prime Minister further explains that his government will look into matters such as succession planning at various sectors and focus on reconciliation to help the country heal.
We need to make sure that we heal, the point you've been making, reconciliation, but it takes two hands to clap, right? And then also I have to set in train a process for an orderly transition to younger leadership inside of the party, inside of the government, and make sure that a number of younger persons come on boards and so forth. Right. Because some people have been around on some of the boards for quite a long time. And there are a lot of bright young men and women who are products of the education revolution, who are ready for responsibility. Now it's time to bring them out. Yeah. Some are on already, but I think we have to do more serious changes.
According to Dr. Gonsalves, it is essential for partisan politics to be put on the back burner, as the needs of the people must become paramount.
You have to do good, and you have to walk well with the Lord. And if we follow those basic precepts and we try to love one another better, and I'm not talking about labor love now. Labor love is a component of it, but it's a larger one love. I'm hoping that now that the opposition leader has decided that belatedly that he's going to do his oath of allegiance, to be sworn in, so to speak, in Parliament, that would be an indication to some of his more partisan supporters to say, okay, let's, we have a country to build, right? Let us do it.
In light of the Pan American Health Organization's recommendations for member states to build capacity for the detection and confirmation of cases of the Zika virus, Dr. Rosman Adams is assuring Vincentians that the Ministry of Health has been building its capacity to tackle the virus. Dr. Adams stated that the Ministry of Health has a functioning surveillance system which works in conjunction with the laboratory testing in order to detect the presence of the Zika virus. He added that the ministry also will implement several measures to combat the spread of the virus if it has been detected here.
Once we have detected through our surveillance system and through our laboratory system that we have cases of Zika virus, then our case management comes into play, where we will where we will ensure that we monitor these patients. We will inform the vector control unit, because an integrated vector control response is very important, because this virus can spread from one person to another via the mosquito, and so we will need to do some fogging. We will need to ensure that that people who contract the virus know that they should probably sleep under net, so that they can prevent themselves from being bitten and the virus being transmitted from them to somebody who is not infected with the virus.
Dr. Adams also stated that while the Zika virus is new to the region, the disease is spread by the same vector responsible for the chikungunya virus and dengue, and is calling on the public to do their part to keep the environment clean so that the mosquito will not have a breeding room.
So the key in preventing the Zika virus from spreading, if it is ever to reach our shores, is that one, we have to prevent ourselves from mosquito bites. So all of the measures that that we discussed during the chikungunya outbreak in 2014, such as the use of repellents, the wearing long clothing, stay away from areas that has a high concentration of mosquitoes, etc., should be adhered to. Other measures such as looking around your environment, looking for containers, looking for tires, looking for bottles that will accumulate water so that mosquitoes can breathe. So if you find these things, you turn them over, you throw away the water so that the mosquito cannot get to breathe.
With Christmas just around the corner, there is a call for the public to exercise the utmost safety whilst commuting on the roads. The call was made by Station Sergeant Junior Nero of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force Traffic Department. Speaking with SVG-TV News earlier today, Sergeant Nero pointed out that this year has been the deadliest in recent years in relation to traffic fatalities, with 24 deaths compared to 9 in 2014. Sergeant Nero says that his department is doing what it can to address this troubling statistic and is encouraging the public to be safe and not to drink and drive.
If they have to attend any particular function, to ensure that they have a designated driver, we try to encourage persons not to drink and drive, because we know what the consequences could be. So from the traffic standpoint, we're asking persons to desist from consuming alcohol and drive on the road. I know that for this year, we would have had an increase in the accident count in terms of road fatalities, and the traffic department is working on a strategic method in order to sort of reduce the accident count.
Station Sergeant Nero further states that his department will be embarking on a series of activities in 2016 as a means of increasing the public awareness on road safety.
What the traffic department is for next year, for 2016, is to do more radio programs as to how to make our driving a bit more safer. We are encouraging motorists to take the defensive driving courses which are being offered. We might even embark on a television program in order to reach persons who normally view the television, because some persons tend to be just listening to radio. We are trying to utilize the radios and every avenue that we can get so that we could promote safety for 2016.
Sergeant Nero adds that traffic in Kingston during the Christmas season is significantly congested at late hours, and assures the public that his department will be out in full to assist with the free flow of traffic.
Houses are opening a bit more late. We find out then that the volume of traffic leaving Kingston on afternoons, there's a bumper-to-bumper traffic now after 6 going on to 7 o'clock. in order to assist the public, we are now having officers have to work the extended time. So we have officers now en route from Kingston to Andersville. They are at strategic points and they regulate to maintain the free flow of traffic.
As Vincentians get preoccupied with Christmas preparations such as baking and decorating, the fire department is appealing to all to remember the basic rules of fire safety. Corporal Kenvin Jack in the fire department of the Royal St. Vincent and Grenadines Police Force says though there is a low prevalence of Christmas fires, Christmas is a special time for celebrations and should not end in any mishap because of the extra hazards that are present at this time of the year. According to Officer Jack, there are higher risks for the occurrence of electrical fires because of the popularity of fairy Christmas lights, and urges persons to take the necessary precautions, including making sure that the fuse are of the right type. He warned homeowners not to leave Christmas lights on when they go out or when they go to sleep, and not to let the bulbs touch anything that can burn easily, like paper. Jack further advises homeowners to purchase a fire extinguisher and to equip themselves with the knowledge of how to use it.
All you have to remember the word pass. Pull, aim, squeeze, swipe. That's the 4 letters. So what you gonna do now? This pin was in here. You're gonna pull the pin. You locate the fire. When you attack the fire, you go approach at least 4 feet. You're gonna fight the fire with the wind against your back. Because if you go in front of the fire, all the smoke will go in your eyes. You can't fight the fire. So fight the fire with the wind against the back. Always look for escape route. In case anything happens, you're gonna get yourself out. Approach the fire 4 feet, then you check this gauge. This have a gauge, make sure you want a full gauge. Let's say this reading here now, 43A, that equivalent to water. 233B equivalent to how much square feet the fire is. So you don't take this fire and the whole area is on fire. This won't help.
Additionally, Corporal Jack warns against cooking while being intoxicated, adding that this can result in serious consequences. Here's more fire safety tips from last Friday's crime prevention exhibition.
Right, so over here, you have your phone numbers. You can put down where you can call emergency. The fire department, they could at least put it on your fridge so you and your children can see in case of emergency. You won't have to look all about to find for help or emergency. This on the fridge. Here is hazard material. We want to keep those away from fire because it can easily ignite and cause house fire. Here are flammable stuff. Also keep those away from fire. All those can cause fire, house fire and all kind of things because you have your beautiful house, you don't want it to go up in flames. Now here is what you call a class C fire. Always check your switch. Sometimes you put on a switch, you have spark coming out. Those are signs. Those need to be changed. It can also cause overload from switches. These electrical fire, they don't actually catch and you see the blaze. What happened? Wires, it heated, then it ignite the plastic, then it find the fire. That is how class C fire start. Now we have fuses here. Sometimes people try to bridge fuse, but sometimes it is good, sometimes it is bad because fuses, it has a thin piece of wire inside it. Now we bridge it with a different wire. When the current hit that wire, it cannot break it. So that's why you have switches to overload and cause electrical fire. Now, sometimes you use iron, electrical stuff. You can just turn them off if you're not using. That's help to save electricity. Sometimes if can't go, the current bounce back and you get house fire. Candles. Current gun. You have candle, at least you can put it in some water in case when you blow down that. The candle can, if you drop the water, you can easily out it. Try avoid it, put it where you have curtain so it won't ignite and it.
A beautiful spectacle of lights is once again on showcase at Jimmy Samuel residence at Rillan Hill. Over the years, Samuel has been out front with the title of the best lit private house as part of the National Lighting Up competition. Speaking with SVG-TV News last evening, Samuel explains that his participation in the competition is not for personal gains, but as a means of giving back to the community, and he is happy that persons can visit his home and enjoy the lights on display.
To tell you the truth, I wasn't here for a while. A few years, well, 40-something years. And I come back, I used to donate a couple things to the hospital. So then I figure, well, I should donate something to the public. You know, that I couldn't find anything better to do more than to donate these lights, because there's a lot of people coming here to see these lights. And there's a lot of hard work. Plenty hard work and courage to do this, but I just like doing it, so I just continue to do it.
Samuel says he has put a lot of hard work into his project and is pleased with the results, admitting that though it is not cheap and it is time consuming, it is something that he enjoys doing.
It's only two of us do it. I and the guy who was here, Ashanti, both of us put up everything here.
Just the two of you?
Just the two of us. I used to do it by myself. It used to take me like 4 weeks. But now I do it. He gave me a great help, man.
So it took you about 2 weeks?
Just 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks to get it ready. Because we start like the first week in December and we get you for the 15th. So it's just about 2 weeks. Okay. We used to work like late, you know, because even though they put up a lot of lights and we got to take them down because they're not working, you got to get rid of that, put up some new lights. So it's a very expensive thing, but it paid off, because when you look and you see the among the people that come and visit, it may give you a good feelings.
Samuel, who won the title of Best Lit Private House 4 times now, is confident that he will take the top award again this year.
Well, I won in 2009, 2010, 2013 and 2014. Okay. And like this year, I hope to win it again this year. And I have good feelings I might win it this year. Okay. I got confidence I must win, because I have better lights, some better lights, new lights, and more effort and everything. So I just feel, well, this year, it's coming back home again.